All right, welcome. Today, we are diving deep into the absolute heart of São Paulo. We're going to use the city's own official guide to take a journey and really unpack the story of how this megacity was born, starting right from its very first day.
The guide kicks things off with this really powerful line. The city was born here. And honestly, that's not just some marketing slogan. This is the literal birthplace of one of the biggest, most complex cities on the planet. A place that got its start way back, over 470 years ago.
So how exactly does a tiny, quiet village blow up into a megacity? Well, this timeline tells the story. For centuries, not much happened after its founding in 1554. But then you hit the 1800s, the coffee boom happens, and things start to change. Then the Republic arrives in 1889, and with it, a whole new European-style vision. And that's when the population just explodes.
To really, truly understand São Paulo, you've got to go back to the beginning. And the beginning was this small, specific spot known as the Triângulo Histórico, the historic triangle. Think of it as the city's original nucleus, its very first footprint.
So the corners of that triangle were marked by these incredible religious sites, like the São Bento Monastery and the Church of St. Francis. And right in the middle of it all, you have the Pátio do Colégio. That's ground zero, the exact spot where the city was founded. These places, along with the amazing Sé Cathedral, are literally the historic anchors of downtown.
Okay, so from that tiny historic triangle, something totally new began to emerge. The city was becoming a powerhouse. The turn of the 20th century wasn't just about getting bigger. It was about a complete reinvention. The city had a brand new, powerful ambition.
And you can literally see that ambition in the buildings themselves. There was this huge shift. São Paulo basically wanted to erase its simple agrarian past. The new government looked at the grand capitals of Europe and said, we want that. It was all about symbolizing progress, wealth, and making a clean break from everything that came before.
And what was driving all this change? People. A mind-boggling number of people. Just look at this number. A 1,284% increase in the population in less than 40 years. I mean, that's not just growth. That's a demographic tidal wave that completely reshaped everything. And all that ambition was cast in stone and steel. You had buildings like the Martinelli, the city's very first skyscraper, the ridiculously opulent municipal theater, the gorgeous Luz train station. These weren't just buildings, they were declarations. They were physical proof that São Paulo had arrived on the world stage.
So, a city shaped by the entire world, what does it taste like? Well, all that growth we just talked about was fueled by immigrants from every corner of the globe. And guess what? They brought their recipes with them, creating one of the most incredible food scenes anywhere. What's so cool about this is how you can actually map the city's immigration story right onto its restaurants. You can see the direct lines. You've got Portuguese and Armenian flavors in Brás, classic Italian spots in República, and of course, the Liberdade neighborhood, which is the heart of Japanese cuisine. It's like a history lesson you can eat.
And here's what that mix looks like today. Of course, Brazilian food is the foundation, but look at the rest. You've got huge chunks of European, Asian, and Middle Eastern cuisine. It literally means you can take a trip around the world, culinarily speaking, without ever leaving downtown.
Okay, so we've got all this amazing history, incredible food, but how do you actually, tackle it all? Well, this guide isn't just a book of facts. It's designed to be a tool to help you build your own perfect adventure. And beyond the fruit and history, downtown is this massive, uniquely organized shopping district. Check this out. Entire streets are dedicated to one thing. So if you're looking for clothes, you go to Rua José Paulino. Need electronics? That's Rua Santa Ifigenia. It's basically a shopper's paradise, as long as you know which street to turn down.
So after laying out all this history, all this food, all this shopping, the guide basically just asks you one simple question. So, are you ready to explore? It really shifts from just telling you what's there to empowering you with how to actually see it for yourself.
And the best part is, it makes it so simple. Step 1, just pick your theme. Are you in a history mood? A food mood? Shopping? Then you find a tour that matches right there in the guide. It tells you where to start, gives you a route, and then you just go. It's a fantastic tool that really puts the adventure right in your hands.
And really, that's what it all comes down to. The guide leaves us with this final, really inspiring thought. It's a city that went from a tiny village to a global metropolis, and it's just packed with culture, history, and flavor. So the only question left is, what will you discover?